Hi, everyone, and welcome to New Moon. I am so glad that you were able to join me today. We're going to have the moon magic going on. And before I go any further, I just wanted to apologize that I was not here for the glorious full moon we had with the lunar eclipse and everything going on February the 11th. I got caught with that bug and basically was not able to talk. As a matter of fact, I've still got a cough drop in my mouth because that tickle seems to resurface. So I want to make sure that I'm able to get through this without coughing. You'll see me grab my water. But we're here today and we're talking about the new moon. Now, just to be clear, when we're talking about new moon energy, what that means is that when you look into the sky with the naked eye, you don't see any visible evidence of the moon. That's what the new moon means. And it is coming up on February the 26th, which is this Sunday, right around, say 10 a.m. Eastern time. Why we are doing this a few days ahead is because I really wanted you to be able to get prepared, because this is going to be some really awesome energy. And you're going to feel this energy 2 days before and 2 days after the new moon. So this video will really assist you in getting ready for that energy. The new moon this time is in the astrological sign of Pisces. And Pisces is all about water. It's all about fluidity. It's all about your own intuitive insights. So this is going to be a great time for some inner work. And although you might be somebody that likes to spend more time just being indoors and just kind of hermiting is the word that I use for it, this is going to be a great time for you to do that inner work by getting outside and doing some things, not only for yourself, but with other people. This new moon energy is really calling on us to communicate with other people. Now, why is that? Because on top of a new moon, we also have a solar eclipse on February the 26th. That is absolutely huge. So we've got that electromagnetic energy hitting the planet from the solar eclipse. It's an annular eclipse, and the word annular really describes the ring of fire that you will see around the moon. And again, this would be if you could see it with the visible eye. Now, I'm sure you'll be able to see it online and watch it on one of the websites. We will not be able to see it with the naked eye from the United States. So this isn't going to be something that you're going to visibly be able to see, but you're certainly going to feel the energy. So let's talk a little bit. Now, we've got this new moon energy, and that's in Pisces. So that's fluid. When we talk about the moon is very much about our inner journey. It's about going inside and really exploring what makes us tick. A wonderful time, this new moon, to look at your beliefs. What are the beliefs that are serving you? What are the beliefs that it may be time to let go? So the moon calls on you to do that type of thing. It's all about inner work. Now we've got the sun. The sun is all about outer work. The sun is about the ego. And when we talk about the ego, unlike in psychology, we're talking about it from a spiritual sense, which if you're familiar with the Course in Miracles, we're talking about it from that vantage point, where the ego is our fear-driven personality. The ego is what kicks in when you get a stellar idea, you're inspired to do something fantastic, and all of a sudden this chatter in your mind comes up and tells you all the reasons why it's not going to work. That's the way we perceive our ego. Our soul, our spirit comes from a place of love. Our divine intuition, those messages come from a place of love. When we're talking about our ego, the messages that our ego sends us comes from a place of fear. So that's a good way to tell the difference. And the ego certainly has its purpose to protect us, the fight and flight kind of thing. But the sun is very reminiscent of that power, that outwardness. You know, again, the solar plexus chakra, that yellow, being bold, being just very much in touch with who you are as a person. I always visualize the sun as like the astrological sign Leo, because I see it as a lion always ready to roar. So again, we've got that energy now. combined with the new moon inward journey, and then we've got the watery sign of Pisces. So you can see that this is an absolutely incredible triangle of energy that's going to really be, you know, wreaking havoc. You might find yourself being very emotional, very sentimental, might have some sleeplessness coming in, although that tends to be more frequent with a full moon. With this new moon energy, much of your creativity is going to be on overdrive. So you're going to be getting inspirational ideas. And it's a time, really, as all new moons are, it's a time to set an intention. This time, what you might want to consider doing, rather than looking to manifest a physical something, we certainly know that when we want to bring abundance or any of the physical things into our lives, those are certainly worthy of being manifested. But when we're talking about this time, it might really be good to set an intention to really improve yourself inwardly. So to just release something that no longer serves you, to examine your beliefs and find the ones that, yay, you want to really make sure that you're holding on to. And again, those that you want to release. New moons often do this. So you'll hear me bringing this up on more than one occasion when we talk about new moon. But because we've got that added oomph coming from this solar eclipse, it's really a good time to just really look at yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you want? Follower of Science of Mind, and it's a very similar philosophy to Course in Miracles, which I also follow. Science of Mind was developed by Ernest Holmes, and one of the things I love about it, I studied it fully for a year, and now I get a magazine once a month, and it's like a little pocketbook magazine, and every day there's a little meditation that you can read that I always do right after I do my morning meditation. And today was all about peace. Like Gandhi said, be the peace that you want to see. And I think with this new moon energy, this is a great intention to manifest. And I know when I was thinking about that today, there's so much turmoil going on right now, so many things politically going on. We see that we're not really comfortable with. You know, I know there's many people that are pulling themselves off of Facebook because it's getting so aggressive. So when we think about this type of energy and we say, oh my gosh, what is it that we're going to do? What can we do? We want peace. Well, the best gift that you can give the world is to be at peace. And again, it's that inward journey. It's bringing it in. So just maybe think about setting that intention. It might be great that you've got some creative inspirations, and pay attention to those, because this is the time to start that into high gear, okay? So this is the time to really make dreams come true. The full moon is March 10th, I believe. So maybe to just set a little intention between now and the full moon. Now, obviously, if you're working towards inner peace, that's going to be a lifetime commitment. But you can do some things between now and the full moon. And then when the full moon comes, see how differently you feel. Maybe begin a meditation practice. Do something along those lines that will make you feel more at peace, more at ease. I'm a big proponent of meditation. As a matter of fact, I pre-recorded my radio show, which is The Night Shift. It's on W4CY Radio every Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. And I did the whole show last night on meditation because I just think it is such a powerful tool that should be in our arsenal. So maybe get into a meditation practice. You may find with this new moon energy, imagine the fish swimming through your dreams, that your dreams are extremely vivid and you're getting much information. Might be a great time to start a dream journal. Get that information down, write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. And one of the things, and I'm no expert on dream interpretation, but one of the things that I have learned is that you can't really go to a book to interpret your dreams. You are really your own best dream interpreter. Although I know there's great people out there that will assist you in doing it. But what I find especially beneficial is as soon as I wake up, I always have paper and pen next to my bed, because after meditation, after dreams, I always want to be able to jot things down. So what you can do is write down everything that you dreamt about. Really, again, be as exact and as specific as you possibly can. And even though it doesn't make any sense why you were having a tea party with Alice in Wonderland, it might make sense to you later. So just write the things down, and then just really ask yourself, it could mean something to you. And I find that if you do it later, or even maybe a couple days after, you might say, oh my gosh, I know what that meant. Now I understand why I had that dream. So really, again, focusing on that. So dreams are especially important right now. Inner work, remembering to be fluid, remembering to be flexible. But with our inner work, we also want to keep in mind of our connectiveness with everybody. And that's what the sun and this eclipse is reminding us of. Now, that eclipse energy will be with us for a while. The moon energy, like I said, we're going to feel 2 days before and 2 days after significantly. But that and I don't know the exact amount of time, but it's like weeks where we will feel the electromagnetic energy. So it's really, like I said, a great time to pump up what it is that you are getting and what it is that you are feeling with all of this. So just keep that in mind, and just know that that is definitely something that you can pay attention to, and just kind of, going to that whole idea of the dreams, the eclipse, and just really relishing, getting outdoors and really relishing in this energy. I feel too with new moon energy, if you can get out at night, especially if you're someplace where you can really just absorb all the beauty and the energy of all the celestial beings. Neptune is playing a really big role in this new moon as well. And Neptune is all about magic. So you might find that, oh my gosh, these magical things are happening that you can't even believe. So just keep that in mind as we explore this whole idea of this new moon. Again, that's February the 26th. So it's a wonderful time to get yourself a nice pad of paper. Get ready to do some dream journaling, writing down ideas that you might get in your dreams. Great time for meditating, getting that quiet mind going, and just, again, taking time to really allow yourself to have those creative expressions coming through. Now, just because I said earlier that it's a great time to maybe work on ourselves spiritually, that does not discount the fact that if you have a project, especially a creative project that you've been thinking about and that you've been putting on hold, it doesn't negate setting the intention on the 26th to get that new business venture going, to maybe step out a little bit. Maybe you're somebody that's been looking for a soulmate and been reticent about getting involved and joining a new club that might introduce you to new people. New moon energy is pushing you to do that and try new things. And especially the key word here is Pisces. And remember that you are going to be fluid and you're going to be flexible. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the crystal that I selected to talk about. And this is angel light. And I'm very intuitively guided as to what crystal to work with this. So this is strictly me. And I just was drawn to this stone. And with all crystals, it's all about what resonates with you. But if you're somebody who likes to work with the angelic realm, this is a wonderful stone that will get you intuitively connected to your angels. And remember, all your angels are just waiting to be called. So angels have to be called, and you're going to hear me repeat that because it's so important. Angels, because of your free will not step in unless they're called. So if you're looking to work with your angelic realm, get a little bit closer. This is also a great stone for peace, brotherhood. So that's why I thought it would be such a good stone for us talking about this eclipse, where we are really focusing on our oneness. When we think of creative projects, when we think of creating peace, we're thinking about doing that not only for ourselves, but also for the planet. Being at peace with ourselves will bring peace to the planet. So that's angel light, beautiful stone. Okay, and the angel I wanted to highlight for this energy is Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel will come in with a pale yellow light. He is one of the four major archangels, along with Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. Uriel is wonderful for bringing clarity to situations. So because we're looking for our inner peace or whatever it is, maybe there's a belief that you have that you're really looking to release and you're wondering where that belief came from, then working with Archangel Uriel will really assist you, because he's a great angel for opening that line of communication. So I pulled a couple cards for everybody today, and this is from the Archangel deck by Doreen Virtue. And the first card that I pulled, I thought was really, again, very significant for everybody, because this, again, and these I selected, these were not random pulls, I selected this. This is a brilliant idea. Look at Uriel riding on that unicorn. And remember, I talked about Neptune and how Neptune is all about magic. Uriel's coming in to tell you that, you know what, that brilliant idea that you have, that maybe the ego is kicking in and telling you all the reasons why it won't work, that brilliant idea is spot on. And it's really something that you should pursue. So it's a time for magic. Take that arrow and shoot it at that idea. Give it birth, bring it to fruition. So this is Archangel Uriel. Just know that you're being divinely guided. Focus on your intuition and know that all of that is coming in. And then the other card that I selected, which is also Archangel Uriel. See the gorgeous rainbow, and again, Pisces, water, rainbow, all of this coming in. And this card says clear cognizance. And during these moon broadcasts, I am going to be talking a little bit about your psychic ability. And yes, you do have psychic, intuitive ability. Some people prefer that word. And what we're going to be saying about this is that clear cognizance is one of the psychic abilities that could be a strength of yours. When we talk about clear cognizance, what we're talking about is having a knowing about things. You don't know why you know it, but you just know it. Like, for instance, you pull out of the driveway and for some reason you just know that you shouldn't go your usual way, that some reason you shouldn't go. After that, you find out that there's a huge traffic jam, and that was why you did not pursue that avenue, so to speak. So this is clear cognizance, a knowing about things. And Archangel Uriel is a great angel to call if you get these intuitive hits trying to tell you what it is that you should be doing. Just call on Uriel. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Or if you get an idea in meditation, I'm not sure what you mean. How can I make this work? What is it that I can do? When we talk about your intuitive ability and divine guidance, we're talking about love-based advice. Okay? Sometimes I've got people coming, and I'm very proud to do readings at the moon, and sometimes people will come in and be fearful. They might have been brought by somebody else and they're just trying it out. And usually when I talk to these people, it's because they have had dark readings. And dark readings are the readings that people will give and others will receive, obviously, that focus on negative things. When you're getting true divine guidance, it's always coming from a love-based place. So even if it's something about a health challenge that's coming up for you and you're getting a divine-based reading or divine-based advice, it's going to be a gentle nudge. It's not going to be something that creates fear. So that is the biggest way to tell the difference between divine guidance and what's coming from the ego. Ask yourself this question: is this coming from a fear base or a love base. And that will give you your answer. So Archangel Uriel. So we've got the angel light. Let's see, we'll do this, right? We've got the angel light. We've got Archangel Uriel coming in. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to be checking in the chat to see if there's anybody that would like a little reading. The last thing we're going to talk about is the essential oils. And again, these are things that are very individual, just like crystals. I'm holding up that angel light, and say you go to the moon to grab a crystal and you pick it up and it just doesn't feel right, and you're much more drawn to smoky quartz, then that's the right crystal for you. There's no right or wrong with this, and essential oils are the same way. So the essential oil that I'm going to be recommending for this new moon energy is frankincense, and I personally love that aroma, but it's not for everybody. So if you are into essential oils, and on the 26th, getting ready to meditate, you've got your crystal, you've got your intention, you've got your notebook all set, you're all ready to go, it might really be beneficial to have a diffuser where you've got the scent going through while you're meditating, or maybe taking a couple whiffs right before you go into meditation. It's something that could really, really enhance what it is that you're doing. So, okay, well, I really, really am so glad that you were able to stay tuned, and I was so thrilled to bring this to you. I just checked the chat room, and we're just, kind of quiet today, which is absolutely fine. I'm really trusting that these are going to be something that you're going to have the time to stop in and visit me when I'm live. But if not, that's no problem, because you can always re-listen to this. This will be up on the YouTube station, and with it being February 26th, you'll have plenty of time to make sure that you're able to really get ready for this new moon energy. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I am available for readings at the Mystical Moon, so I'd love it if you'd book a reading with me, or visit my website, my Facebook page. I'd love to have you learn a little bit more about me. And my website is my name, Susan Dintino. I guess I should have introduced myself. Well, now that we're at the end, Susan Dintino, that's my name. That's Dintino. And I have an active Facebook page. I have a active website. So I have a book, I've got CD, all different things that I'd love to have you take a look at. But the most important thing is to remember that this new moon energy with the solar eclipse is something that can really benefit you. So take some time to think about giving yourself a bit of a holiday, a spa kind of treatment only for your spirit, and really soak in that new moon solar eclipse energy on February 26th. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you at full moon. Watch for that upcoming date, and have a great day. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much.